I just start off by saying that now that that's had a nice rinse off, it is good to be back. I'm a bit out of practice with the swing of things, so I serviced the Audi while I was waiting for the car to dry. I moved the ST back in here and it is sat ready for a good polish, but knowing me, I'll more than likely go over it again. You're thinking probably the same as me. Where on earth did I get up to? Perfectly honest with you, I can't 100% remember. But I did start making my own custom headlights. I was going to put halo rings in them, but I changed mine last minute. Just down to the fact of if there's more in the light, there's more to go wrong. And I don't really fancy splitting the lights again to change out a halo, because we all know what these halos are like. If you're anything like me, you've bought a set of halo lights, whether it's from CUK, Auto Beam, eBay, wherever, and there's always that really annoying one LED bulb that goes. And luckily they do come under like 5-year warranty and all stuff like that, but it's the hassle of you'll have to split your light to take them out, to get new ones, to put them back in. And be perfectly honest with you, I can't be bothered to do that. So I'm going to show you the design that I've come up with, and I'll show you where I'm at with that, and then we'll go on today and we will either carry on with the lights, maybe, I'm unsure. As it's a bank holiday weekend, I wasn't able to get hold of any clear coat, and I'm in the middle of doing a lens restoration, so it's umming and ahhing how far I go on that today. I've got a few little mods just to get me into the swing of things and working back on this car again, so please bear with me. So considering this car really hasn't seen any polish in a good year, and I really only use water to rinse all the dust and that off, it's actually come up quite well. You can clearly see it does need a damn good cut and polish. It goes without saying. I can feel it, so I bought myself a clay bar as well just to go over it once it's all done. You know, it's like there's stuff in the atmosphere from where you're spraying and you never can quite cover it up properly, but I'll take care of that very shortly. So here's the headlights that I got up to. Because I tinted them previously, I'm working my way through the grader sandpaper. At the moment, that's 800 grit. They're going to go to 1250, 2000, 3000, and then I'm going to, hopefully they'll be really nice and clear by then. I'm just going to put some clear coat over the top. If that then orange peels, I'll then rub that back with 2000 and go over again, and it should give it a nice finish to it. That's the plan anyway. But yeah, here's the actual headlights themselves. I packed them up around December of last year. Wrapped them up in here, hopefully just to, you know, keep the dust and that off them while I went away and had a bit of family time, as you guys can appreciate. You know, I can't be glued to a car the whole time as much as I'd love to. It just isn't healthy. So I'll just show you now. Admittedly, these are going to need a dust off before the lenses get put back in. But I'll show you what I have done. If I can find somewhere off, I'll put them up here. Right then. So this is the sort of design that I came up with. I followed like the spoolie ST videos. I didn't want to make a video on how I gone about doing this, because I don't want to take the credit away from the guys that actually put the time and effort in to originally show you. So being true to my word, I'm just showing you the outcome of what his tutorial has done for me so far. I just need to obviously put the lens back in, squish all this down, and jobs are good. But instead of going for a light up halo ring, I've gone for just leaving like the chrome there. I think it's not the neatest job in the world, but considering all I had to work with was masking tape and fine line tape, and being a novice, as you're aware, I think that's actually come out quite well. So like I said, I'm going to dust those off and finish off those lenses and stick them all back together at some point. Whether or not on camera, I'm unsure. So to get ready for, because I'm getting close now. The bodywork is nigh on done. I just need to, from where I originally stuck the arches on, I just need to do a nice fine bead along all of the arches just to tidy it up a bit, because it is a bit junky here and there. But like I say, a nice bead silicone or tiger seal, or just something to go over the top of that, just to neaten it up. I'll either then jump on, drag you outside, machine polish him up, because it does seem a little bit dusty in here. I don't want dust sticking to the pad too much. Even though I've gone through and stripped and cleaned up this whole workshop, it just does seem that little bit dusty in here still. So I'll probably do it outside if the weather stays as nice as it's staying lately, which will be absolutely perfect. So to get ready for the big clean, I've gone on the Easy Car Care website and I've bought a load of their products. I'm personally also a big fan of Auto Glim and Auto Finesse, just because it's something that I've always used. I prefer Auto Finesse over Auto Glim, but like everything I say, it's a personal preference, even though I do have a lot of Auto Glim products in here over Auto Finesse. It's probably because I've run out of using them. I just found these stored at the back of my garage, ready for a day like today or whenever. Obviously, I've got myself a new rotary polisher. I've got my DA in there with all my pads, so rotary to go over all the freshly done paintwork. I've got a bag full of microfibers, and this is the sort of things that I'll be using. I'll be going over the paint to start with Fast Cut Plus, because that cuts it down quite heavily. It's not a heavy cutting compound, it's sort of like a medium. So I'll be using that one. Then I'll be going over the top with a different pad with the Extra Fine Plus to get out all the little scratches that the Fast Cut misses, which I'll probably use rotary with that one, DA with that one, and then to finish it off I'll go over the car with One Step Polish from Menzerna. I find that product really satisfying. It really does a brilliant job. It's sort of the equivalent of like 3000 grit sandpaper, so it flats down all the little orange peel and it brings it up and waxes it at the same time. I've also gone out and purchased, to go on the top of it, obviously I'm going to be clay barring all beforehand and detarring with the I've got raining iron, as you can see there, and I've got the GTR, which is a glue and tar remover. I'm going to go over the top at the end with the Auto Glim Ultra Deep Shine. It's basically a polish for darker coloured vehicles. I'm kind of hoping it really makes it pop. Well, like anything, time will tell on that, and I'll more than likely show you in a later video. Okay, so I'm going to start today's video now off with 3 very quick interior modifications that anyone can do. I bought the original Ford, if I can get this out. There we go. I bought the original Ford, so a genuine part, cup holder. So this goes in your central column. You can either hold a perfectly small Red Bull can, or if you slot this one here in, it should be fairly straightforward. I'm probably an absolute idiot doing this. Like that, and bang, you've got a perfect cup holder. Now, that if you're on track or anything, or you want to drink for your fast-going road car use, these will grip your drinks that little bit tighter, less likely to spill them. So that's from Ford. Should have been put in every Fiesta, but sadly it didn't. And now then, I'm just following a trend here. There seems to be a bit of a fad going around online. Something to do with so many morons losing rubbish down the handbrake hole. So following the trend, I thought, well, I got what they call a cubby hole filler, handbrake hole of doom filler. So I'm just going to slap this one in now. And then I didn't want no branding on it or anything like that. It's just 3D printed with some 3M tape by the looks of things. And it seems to be a fad that everyone's doing, so I'll just stick that in, just because one of them. And I've also bought, well, all you ST3 boys, you probably noticed that with your sat-nav, it doesn't always pick up the roads that you need. If you pull out your SD card, let me just show you. You'll find that it's probably out of date and it doesn't get updated. So if you come in here, click up here, and it should just, I say that, I've got hands full of, it's awkward with a camera in my hand. There you go. it should just pull out. Like if I look at this one, what year's on this one? Blooming rubbish. Sat nav Europe. What year's on it though? 2015, it says down there in the bottom right corner. It's now 2021. There's guys on eBay that sell these Bosch TomToms. This is 2021 or 2020. Yeah, this is the 2020 revision. I'm just hopefully going to slap that in, and jobs are good, and I should have updated information. The original Ford one, I believe, is something daft, like 170 quid. I paid like 15 to 20 quid for that. I ordered it around Christmas time before we went into lockdown, and I took a break. So yeah, it's around 15 to 20 quid. So I'm going to plug this one in now and see if this one updates it. So I genuinely just plugged that in, fired it up, told them what country I was in, and bang, I now have SatNav updated for the whole of Europe for a cost of 20 quid. So I am very impressed with that, considering the one that I believe comes with Ford is only for the country that you're in. But now I can say, go to the Nürburgring without any issues. It's idea, eh? Interesting. Okay, so that's the sat-nav quickly updated. New cup holder in, and I've got the new handbrake hole of doom sorted out. So that's the 3 most quickest, most boring mods I've ever done, but apparently it's a fad at the moment, so I just thought I'd get them out of the way. So the whole idea of this video wasn't to do those 3 lame little mods. That was just something to pass the time by. It's more of a, yes, I am still alive. Yes, I have every intention of pushing this car forward. And yes, I am still here. We still got turbo things to do and all sorts yet, guys. So it's worth watching. So have a lovely bank holiday weekend. If you're watching this video around the time it's released, it should be out by the bank holiday. I'll be up here sanding the lenses on my headlights, trying to get them up to a nice, presentable standard so I can clear coat over them. And then we're going to go from there. I'll probably stick my lights back together and slap them on. So have a lovely weekend, guys. Stay safe away from COVID. And there is some car shows coming up. So heads down and get on with your modding, and I will see you all soon enough.